victory in the grand final in season 2, has delivered another peach of a ball.
Well, it's the two key men we were speaking about again, Fred and Deganji. Fred just finding acres of space, and as he clips this, it doesn't look like it's gotten up on it. It looks like Kennedy should be able to come out and claim that, but Deganji's again taking that gamble, getting into the box from out wide, getting beyond Bjorn and finishing just inside the corner.
It's a neat finish too. Had to stay focused with Kennedy closing down on him, but Deganjic, who would have been on the bench at best with the victory, a starter with the heart, and he's got a double. 2 for Deganjic, 2 for Ryan Griffiths, and 2-2 after 51 minutes. Here's Griffiths, so close to completing his hat-trick before half-time. Now Zadkovic, cut out by the first man. Elrich stumbling, wants a whistle, not forthcoming, and Williams very nearly released Fred. Well done by Tiago. Little clip ball over the top, Reganovic can let it come into his 18-yard box.
Game's just exploded into life again. Whether the first half would be, the second half could be as good as the first, it's certainly shaping up that way.
Germano demanding it. Space to move into. Not on a wavelength with Hoffman that time. It took about 5 minutes, but now we've got the open game again that we saw in that first half. Breaks for Fred again. Well, they haven't listened to the coach's instructions at half-time. Fred's getting plenty of time on the ball. Now Hoffman thought he might have left it for Fred. Goes to the hot man in Deganjic instead. Now Williams, Zadkovic closing in. Williams can hit them from that kind of range. Straight down the throat of Kennedy, though.
Gave him a little bit too much space there, Newcastle. Very good strike. It would take something very, very special from that sort of range, but again, Melbourne just throwing players forward against the Newcastle defence.
You're a former central defensive partner of Craig Dean's. Did you see him as the coaching type way back when?
He's always a very intelligent player, very organised, a good talker, and it's no surprise. He has got such a calm demeanour. I'm sure he can let loose in the dressing room when needs be, but it's great to see him make the step up, and homegrown coaches getting this chance.
Similar relaxed demeanour to his namesake Robbie, who of course will be in the hot seat for the Wallabies tomorrow. How long Craig Deans is in the hot seat here in Newcastle is anyone's guess. You'd think pretty limited. Gary Van Egmond favourite to take the role, but all those names thrown up during the week. Paul Ocon, Frank Farina, Ernie Merrick, John Cosmina, Laurie McKinnon, and even current Mariners coach Graham Arnold were linked with the job. And then today, the local press, former England boss Steve McLaren, so no shortage of contenders. Nice ball in. Fred it was trying to get there. Nice ball from Elrich into the stride of Griffiths. In behind Baines. Chance for Haliti. Well defended by Thompson. Had to get there ahead of Haliti.
That's the problem for Melbourne Heart. With their fullbacks pushing on so high, it does leave space in behind for players like Griffiths to exploit. Popping up on the right-hand side this time, knocking a good ball across. Haliti trying to get on the end of it with some great defending.
Thompson asking who's got Ali Abbas, who's just crept in behind him, trying to hide. Now Fred coming back to pick up the Iraqi international. Trying to provide nuisance factor for Reganovic. Weaver never got hold of that one. Won't quite get a second crack at it. Out for a throw-in instead. Zadkovic never got hold of that cross, and now Fred, he's got the run of the park through the middle. He's trying his luck from 65. Kennedy a long way off his line. Well, they've been practicing there shooting from inside their own half as well in this 7-month off-season.
It looks as though they've been watching David Beckham from his Manchester United days. I'm not sure whether there's a pot up for grabs of who can get the first one from halfway line or not.
Saw a header coming in from Scandinavia from inside his own half last week. Saw it on Fox Sports News. Of course, the goalkeeper had gone up for a corner at the other end, if you're wondering how he managed to head one home from 50. There's a rare whistle in the second half. It's been end-to-end stuff. Clever run from Griffiths. Bayage able to get there, but I saw the movement off the ball from both Zadkovic and Griffiths. Suspicion of a foul throw. The Hart able to take it away anyway. Showed too much of it to Williams. Thiago wants to let it run. The Hart bench up in arms about the challenge on Williams. Throw into the Jets and play on, says the Brazilian. Williams is still down.
Thiago just getting his leg across the front of Williams there as he's gone to shepherd it out. And just strong body work, really.
John Vance skips men down to 10 men for the time being. Williams may well have been running into that space if he was on the field. And now they're asking if he can come back on. And he's got the all clear now. Strong work from Thiago. Almost wanted Williams to get there so he could leave his mark. Bayage heads towards Williams. Now Elridge with the body work on the former Fury man. Hoffman against Abbas. Taller man wins out, brought down by Gamano. He's missing Deganjic. Wasn't going to chase that one. 2 men on a hat-trick if you've just joined us. Ryan Griffiths, a double for the Jets. Deganjic with a double for the Hart. And Hoffman with the handball there. Couldn't resist leaving it out. Both teams just losing their attacking rhythm in the last 5 minutes or so. Hoffman certainly played his part for the opening goal in this game and the season, ripping through the heart of his former club. Lovely build-up play again. Fred involved. Now Moroney goes deep looking for Hoffman. And that was going in as well. Kennedy had to be aware. Safe hands. Risky ball from Zadkovic. Now Hoffman can turn. Deganjic. One-two stuff between Williams and Bayage. Now a set-piece opportunity for the visitors.
Just somewhat rash from Elrich there. Williams really going nowhere. back towards goal and didn't really need to give away the free kick.
Ganjic delivers to the back post. It eludes Wheelhouse and kept in. Well, the assistant took a while to put up his flag.
Again, Hoffman just ghosting around the outside. I'm not sure whether it's Zakovic maybe just let it go over his head, thinking there was nobody there. Again, a late flag from the assistant referee, but just there's a few problems going on in the Newcastle defence. It's been happening all game. Just runners just coming off the shoulders of players, not being tracked as they go through.
The teenager, good. Eventually put it out. He thought about letting it run. It's a fair impact player to bring on, isn't it, Alex Terra? Another Brazilian to join Fred. You'd think Maicon might be the one to make way for Terra. We'll wait and see. Here's a go for Zakovic. Deflection might have made it interesting, but harmlessly through in the end. Now the long searching ball for the pacey Ganjic. Got there ahead of Top or Stanley. He's having a wonderful game. Now Moroney. Dropped the shoulder on Wheelhouse. Who came again, the captain. Well defended. Suspicion of handball there, though, by Wheelhouse. Got away with it, and there's something on here for the Jets. Griffiths with teammates screaming down the right-hand side. On a hat-trick, Ryan Griffiths teases one across. Good defensive header by Bajic. They did really well to get out of that in the heart. Now Williams trying to burst through the middle. Tiago didn't deal with it. Now Williams. He was just tired in the end. Maicon wanted it slid in to the 18-yard box. Dicey challenge from Thompson. Looked like he got more of Felici than the ball initially. Ryan Shepherd hasn't blown the whistle a whole lot. He's letting this one fly.
The game just continues to open up. 2 or 3 minutes, ball just getting stuck in midfield and suddenly chances at both ends.
Here's Fred. Tiago getting it right that time as he stepped out. And now they're going to make that change. It will be Maicon. One Brazilian for another. The Jets are making a change as well. Casey Weirman, we thought he was slated for about an hour or so, and he makes way for Kantarowski. He'll be getting through 90 minutes before you know it, Casey Weirman, but not quite ready to go yet.
Not a bad replacement in Kantarowski, though. Again, a similar sort of player will just sit in front of that back four, try and protect him from the runs of Hoffman, from the runs of Fred, trying to get him behind.
Now the up and under. Fred almost left alone through the middle. Worrying signs again for the Jets' defence. Top or Stanley. Not the greatest header in the world, but it worked out okay for Tiago. Wheelhouse into the stride of Elrich. Sold Zakovic a little short there, and Bajic prepared to burst forward. Hoffman making a run here. Found by Bajic. Tried to take it in his stride. Slices one out. Good, tried to bring it down. Only benefited Abbas, but he came again, the teenager. Ganjic full of running immediately, wanting the ball back there from Moroney. And he goes back to his keeper instead. Out of his box, Vraganovic played it out along the ground, and Moroney had to be aware, otherwise Abbas might have been able to try his luck. Got a shout from Elrich, did Zatkovic. Clever ball. Likewise to Griffiths. Couldn't get hold of the right foot shot. Wheelhouse is capable. Scored a goal of the season contender from a very similar part of the pitch. Couldn't find the top corner that time.
Yeah, lovely ball in by Elrich. It was a great takedown by Griffiths, and you feel if that falls to his left foot rather than his right, it could have been screaming its way towards the net. As it was, it's come back out to Wheelhouse, and a very difficult technique to try and get over that one and keep it down.
Jets making another change here. Alesi put in a good shift, but Brocky's going to get about 25 minutes or so. The Kiwi, who would be first choice if he was 100% fit, but just been battling quadriceps issue. So he gets limited game time today, but don't be surprised if he's leading the line in the coming weeks.
A very awkward player to play against Brocky as well. He's got some great pace and uses it well to get in behind, but he's also big and strong enough to hold the ball up to feet and provide that outlet for the Jets as well.
It's Ben Kantarowski, the new man on for the Jets. The other new man on has the honour, if you can call it that, of scoring the Hearts' first ever A-League goal last season. An own goal here as Abbas lets fly.
Ball always running away from goal. Very difficult for Abbas to try and get his foot around that, and Gamano with a sliding tackle, just forcing Abbas to put that shot wide.
Another Hart substitute. He's getting ready as well, so changes coming thick and fast at the moment. Two at the moment, but you sense there's more goals in this game the way it's been unfolding, Jamie.
Yeah, you certainly do. Williams has now pushed it to the middle with Macon off, and will provide perhaps a little bit more pace through the middle to trouble Topo, Stanley and Tiago.
Now to Ganjic. Comfortable for Topo Stanley. Here's Fred letting it run for Ganjic. Invited the challenge from Griffiths. Zatkovic looks up, tries to rake one out to Brocky. What about that for a crossfield ball from Ruben? Now Brocky, fresh man on. Tried to dribble past Gamano and Thompson. Good help from the Argentine. Full of confidence after that crossfield pass. Zatkovic, he's done really well again. And Thompson across to concede the corner.
Two wonderful pieces of play from Zatkovic, just a driving run, refusing to get cornered in by the Hart defenders, kept pushing down the line to deliver a great ball across, and that ball before a fantastic crossfield ball. It's not just having the vision to hit him, it's being able to over the top of the defender and putting Brocky in.
Similar to the ball last night, late in the first half from Williams to Kennedy in that rout against Malaysia for the Socceroos. Now Abbas. Delivery wasn't bad, right towards the penalty spot. Right where the coach wants them delivered. Beige not mucking around with Abbas lurking. John Van Skip playing ball boy and about to introduce Kalmar. So Van Skip playing ball boy and another one on the field. There was a bit of confusion there. across the line, but the assistant further up the field said play on. So alive here for Brocky. Another corner to the home team.
Good determination from Brocky, making something out of nothing. The Melbourne Heart defence was very narrow and very compact there. Moroney was over on the far side of the near post. And if Brocky had been able to get there a bit earlier, Bass was just sneaking in around the far post there.
Now it's Hoffman off and Kalmar on. Substitution made when defending a corner. Kalmar, of course, scored against the Jets last season, a cracking goal up at Port Macquarie. A win on that occasion for the Heart. Now Griffiths on the left. Wonderful delivery again. Topor Stanley trying to get there. It's a nothing ball by Elrich. And Fred might be able to orchestrate something here. Topor Stanley trying to make up the ground. Terra. And the attack just petering out momentarily. Now Kalmar, the new man. To Ganjic. He's given Bjorn the run around this afternoon. It was a nice idea, but Kantarowski used his body very professionally to get in the way of Moroney.
Moroney just couldn't get that run just inside. He was hoping just to get onto the ball there from Deganjic, but wasn't able to. Very clever play from Deganjic again, though. He is just getting on that ball, causing a lot of problems for Bjorn, bringing the ball inside and then looking to release other players.
That's a wonderful attendance on day one. 12,467 here at Ausgrid Stadium. 9,000 members is a handy way to start. Good building block for the Jets. That membership base growing all the time. If they keep playing attacking football like this, the place will be packed.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. The crowd here would be loving to see this, obviously wanting another Newcastle goal, but it's just testament to what Nathan Tinkler's done to this team and this club, and really he's putting a lot of effort and a lot of money into making a success of the Newcastle Jets.
Best seat in the house for a moment. Thompson might need to utilise that resource if his wife does go into labour early. Van Skip again playing ball boy. Wants to get the Heart ticking again. Clever again by Deganjic. Running the show here. As is Fred. Terra wanted it slid into the channel. Elected to use Beige instead. Tiago well positioned on that occasion. They can play it out along the ground too to Griffiths. Beige, look at him make up the ground. Good skill by Griffiths, wants the foul and gets it. They want a card too.
Great tracking by Beige, but just the arms across Griffiths as he's going. Griffiths is no slouch. Beige has made up the ground superbly. Just a nice little check back inside by Griffiths, and just the arm coming across the shirt, just dragging him back.
Saw Griffiths with that gesture. Bring out the card, please, sir. Not many like that. And Ryan Shepherd didn't agree with him. There have been 3 yellow cards in the game, all in the first half, as Elrich delivers. Topor Stanley rises, trying to link with his central defensive partner in the middle. Foul spotted, though, against the man they call the Hyphen.
A lot of sympathy for Topor Stanley there as a former player who liked to get in the box. If a defender gets underneath you and you tend to get the jump on them early, then a lot of the time you'll give away a free kick when you've just made the first move and managed to get the advantage.
Deganjic's flick on. Topor Stanley back at the other end. Now Deganjic against Bjorn again. He's had the better of the Korean this afternoon. Ball into the area, all the way through to Terra. Away by his countryman. Terra comes deep. It was really clever. Kalmar on the edge of the box. And what about that for a challenge from Kandarovski? Had to be timed to perfection, and was. The Jets want a foul against Bajic again. Zadkovic getting angry. He can do that. Lost the ball, wasn't happy with the way he lost the ball, and took his revenge.
Just a little reaction from Zadkovic. He's obviously gone for the first one. It's just an arm across the stomach. It's a silly foul to give away. It's a cheap one to give away, and a yellow card when really Ruben Zadkovic needs to be keeping all those yellow cards in reserve for the rest of the season.
They could laugh about it in the end. Zadkovic and Fred. James Virgili about to make his entrance. Bajic into the mixer. Nearly invented a goal out of nothing, Nick Kalmar. The substitutes so close to picking out the top corner.
Well, that's a couple of times that happened. The ball from a free kick, a long ball to the far post, and Newcastle just sleeping over Kandarovski there. Kalmar just managed to get in front of him, and they really do need to be a lot more careful when they're defending set pieces. It's an easy ball to defend against when you're switched on and you're sure of where your man is. As soon as you start ball watching and you turn your back to your man, that's when they can suddenly get in and hurt you.
As you can hear on the PA, it's going to be Ali Abbas who makes way. The Heart players thought he should have been making way in that first half with a red card pointed his direction after a flare up behind the goal. He saw no card in the end. And now James Virgili, the A-League's youngest ever player when he made his debut a few seasons back at just 16 years of age. He's the fresh man. It's been impressing in pre-season as well. Another pacey attacking option. Strong stuff between Kandarovski and Moroney. Moroney in the off-season was all set to join Serie A side Cagliari. Came back to finalise the deal, and then, unfortunately for him, here's Terra trying to poke at goal. Getting back to the Moroney story, Donadoni was the manager, the former Italian manager at Euro 2008. He had a falling out with the boss at Cagliari, so Donadoni went, and so did the interest in Michael Moroney. So he's not sulking about it, though. He's been brilliant this afternoon, the right back. Zadkovic can turn here, left alone by Fred. Zadkovic. Look at him go, Mate Deganjic. Still he goes, doesn't get hold of the shot on a hat-trick.
Probably the wrong option there from Bjorn and Zadkovic, trying to take the ball into traffic, get away a shot when the space was out wide, or to be slipped through to one of the players forward. But Deganjic again just accelerating away from players and getting another strike on goal.
Fred took a risk there, trying to link with Germano. Zadkovic bounced. Here's Virgili. And last touch off him for a goal kick. So we enter the final 10 minutes. Game one for you in the commentary box, Jamie. What are you predicting in the last 10 here?
I still think there's another goal in this. The way both teams are still throwing players forward. Pace up front for both sides. As defenders start to tire, the chances will keep coming. Wonderful
noise around Ausgrid Stadium. Can they will the home team on? Or can the Heart bowl to the net again? Elrich all over Terra. Fred left alone, but Germano missed him. Space here for Virgili. A little bit going on with